Denny Hamlin's NASCAR feud continued at Phoenix as neither advanced to Miami. Denny Hamlin cut a tire and hit the wall after contact with Chase Elliott. Photo by LAT PHOTOGRAPHIC. Regardless of intent, both Denny Hamlin and Chase Elliott cost each other chances at reaching the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series championship race. Hamlin infamously shoved Elliott out of the lead and into the wall 2 weeks ago at Martinsville Speedway and their feud continued on Sunday in the Can-Am 500 at Phoenix International Raceway. Hamlin led the most laps, 193, and was solidly in position to qualify for the championship due to the struggles of Brad Keselowski. Assuming Elliott or Ryan Blaney didn't win the race, Hamlin would advance on points. A resurgent Elliott was carving through the field on lap 270 when he came across Hamlin and shoved him against the wall on corner exit. The two made contact several times and it was enough to create a tire rub on Hamlin's number 11 Toyota Camry. 6 laps later, the rub cut Hamlin's tire and sent him hard into the turn 4 wall, ending his shot at advancing into Homestead. Meanwhile, Elliott was able to take the lead from Matt Kenseth but wasn't able to hold him off over the final 15 laps. So in the end, neither rival qualified for the final 4. "We got ran into the fence by the 24 when we running up front all day," Hamlin said. "We had a bad pit stop and then we didn't really make any adjustments. Our car got really tight and we were just battling all we could to keep our track position. We weren't and we allowed out competition to get close to us." In the immediate aftermath of Martinsville, Hamlin issued an online apology to Elliott and NASCAR fans citing that he doesn't like to win races that way. It wasn't enough to prevent Elliott from pushing him into the front stretch wall. And Hamlin felt the contact was intentional. "I mean, each person had their own opinion of how they do things and it just proved to the people that thought I was a bad guy that he would do the exact same thing in the same circumstances, so, I mean, it's just part of racing," Hamlin said. "I got into him and he chose to retaliate, so I'm in the garage and that's the way it is. We did a great job all day. This is the best car I've had in a very long time. We just got behind on the pit stops and then that just gave those guys an opportunity to get close." Spotter Chris Lambert said Elliott was out for payback regardless. "We tried to let the 24 go, for 2 laps, but he was set on staying behind us, set on accomplishing what he finally did," Lambert said. "We moved up the track to give him the bottom and even slowed down to let him go, but he just slowed down with us, content to stay behind us. And number 39. Only way to prevent what happened was to pit or maybe he and number 39, have went on after the two got around us. Either way, we and number 39, screwed if we do either of those." For his part, Elliott didn't deny it. "Well, I'm going to race guys how they race me and keep a smile on my face regardless," Elliott said. "I'm happy to race guys how they choose to race me and that's the way I see it." But there was no happiness for Elliott, who once again came up short of his first victory on the biggest stage possible. This was his 5th runner-up of the season. "Yeah, our car was really good on the short run after those cautions and the rubber got picked up," Elliott said. "As I went, I just got tighter and tighter and couldn't keep it turning and couldn't control the middle like I needed to. I felt like I might have had enough to keep him back there if I hit all my marks and got really tight off turn 2 and made it 1 lap and basically gave away all my gap, and once he got there it was obviously hard to hold him off. Man, it's such a bummer to be so freaking close again. Had a shot to go race for a championship next week, so we fought as hard as we could today. I told my guys a minute ago, at some point we will figure out how to close, or I will figure out how to close, and we can have some great opportunities down the road, I hope." There has never been a better Game 7. Well, NASCAR doesn't exactly have Game 7s and they don't technically play anything, but the Can-Am 500 at Phoenix Raceway was exactly what the. By Matt Weaver. Racing, NASCAR Cup, Monster Energy NASCAR Cup, NASCAR.